Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of Gust of Wind podcast. Steuben here, and as always, joined by my annoying co-host, GazerBeam2K.
Wow.
To preface this, I have a little bit of a cold, so if anything sounds weird or anything's goofy, definitely blame me on this one.
Yes.
But it is what it is. Anyways, though, Gazer, how's it been going, man? It's been a few
So you mean
weeks.
I'm off the hook? There's no more blame Gazer?
No, that's never going anywhere. What is it from Rick and Morty? Or 1,000 years Rick and Morty. It's going to be 1,000 years blame Gazer. So we're not.
Can we dive into that for just a second?
Yeah.
Why is that still a thing?
Because the people love it, and I have stories to tell about it. And you wait till the vlog. I edit the vlog from regionals.
Oh, dear Lord, no.
Because
why?
You are in for. Oh, you're in for it. Why? You're in for it, and everyone's gonna love it. It's gonna be amazing.
Stupid, you don't know what it feels like to scroll down Twitter and you're just checking out Twitter. Oh, look, Flex Addy posted a picture. Oh, look, Mahomes there. There goes Azul. Look, it's Sunny. Look, it's ADL. And then all of a sudden you see just a smear, just blame Gazer, blame Gazer, but just for random things.
Yeah, I mean, that's what...
My deck bricked 4 times today, blame Gazer. My sandal broke, blame Gazer. You don't know what it feels like, man.
Oh, I know what it feels like. I was bullied forever, so... I know.
You admit to bullying right now?
No, this isn't bullying at all. This isn't bullying.
Just playful hazing?
No, it's neither of those. It's actually brand awareness, and it's working. It's working quite well for us, I will say. It's brand awareness.
Could we just be like hashtag windbags or something like that? Hashtag GOW gal? No.
No. Blame Gazer puts a face on the name. People already blame you for your crimes against humanity anyways, and all of your scams and just all of the evil things you've done in the course of your Twitch streaming career. So,
if it's for the pod, I'll carry this burden. It's
okay.
But no, yes, when we missed the last couple weeks, big misunderstanding on both of our parts. I thought since you were going to Fort Wayne, you wanted nothing to do with anything in life.
No, I just didn't want a late night. So... try to get on that sleep schedule.
I just thought you didn't want anything to do.
No.
And then the week before that, I was trying to get us a guest, and that guest was extremely busy. Yeah. Maybe next week. I think they're clear next week. But yeah, I was trying to get us a guest, and they were extremely busy. But yeah, so it just didn't happen the last couple of weeks. But we're here now.
Yeah.
And we are a year older.
Yeah, as of yesterday, I got the email from Podcasts by Spotify. It used to be Anchor. And yeah, it was like, congratulations, 1 year ago today, your first episode was published. So we did it. We made it. We made it a whole year. We didn't quite do a year's worth of episodes. I would say we did maybe 30 or 40 something total if we went back and counted. I think we're on like
40, close to 40, right?
Yeah. So I mean, we're both, in our 30s and have lives and responsibilities. So we can't always record every single week, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, right?
It is what it is. But I mean, when we record, though, it's a very special occasion. It's a very special time,
Yeah, we have good times.
It's like that deadbeat father that only comes around, during holidays. But when they come,
I don't know what that's like.
Neither do I. Don't worry.
I don't have a dad.
Same here. Don't worry.
Stepdad, I disowned him. That's a whole different story.
Dang.
So.
We gotta ask the pod on that one then.
No, let's not ask the pod that. But yeah, so what's new with you in terms of scams and hashtag scams. Blaming?
Okay. No, in the last 2 weeks, I think last time I talked to you, we were in the process of renting out one of the homes that my grandmother owned.
Mm-hmm.
That house is still being renovated and fixed up. The bathrooms are fixed in there now, so that's been an issue in the process. I've been cleaning up the house around here. I'm off for spring break this week, and I've been just getting things squared away for my grandma, like her power bill and her water bill and the trash collections and stuff like that. We've been paying for a larger trash can, and we've been using a smaller one.
Like one of those big dumpsters or whatever that they like.
No, not that big.
Oh, those are cool.
Just a regular trash can. But I mean, there's smaller ones and there's larger ones for trash here. And apparently the one that we have isn't even ours. It's from a house like 4 blocks down. No idea how we ended up with it. So that's going to get replaced and taken care of. So it's just, I've been doing things like that. But as far as Pokemon wise, I did it again. I went overboard. I went to about 8 pre-releases.
And you
I
walked away
planned
with nothing to show for it,
nothing,
right? Yeah.
nothing. No good pulls at all. I think I pulled like 4 Magnazone EXs, and I'm like, why?
And
Why? Here we go.
I opened that one box that I did a video with, the build and battle. M came and played in 2 of them, and then we bought ETBs and another booster box, and I streamed most of that one night. And that was all insane pulls. So
Yeah, we know. I did open an ETB and a booster box on stream as well. The ETB was okay, about three decent hits, and the booster box was a little bit above mid. You know, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. You know, it had some decent hits too.
Yeah,
a couple alt arts, so I was fine with that.
They
I have
seem
one
to
more
be
booster
spread
box
out
sitting
pretty
here.
well.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. I have one more booster box sitting here. I'm going to open up maybe tomorrow or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I do have one more I need to open up. But yeah, the pre-release, I didn't pull much anything, but it did give me some cards I can use for trade and things like that. And I got a few trades off before the prices kind of tanked down.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Later on this episode.
But yeah, but the last week since last Friday, when the shops around, well, last Monday, the shops around here started doing like a post rotation play, and I tried my boy Bennett EX, and Steuben, let me tell you, man, Bennett, man, item lock is strong. Item lock is strong, man. It's so powerful. But Bennett is not strong himself. He's only hitting for 30 damage. I tried it with and shout out to Josh Hatter, give me an idea for it. I tried it with Inteleon VMAX, spreading some damage around, and it didn't work. I would get up to like, big knockout something, and then if I broke the lock, they just took off, and it was just, I couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, too late at that point, basically.
Yeah. So I can get a big knockout, moving damage around. Well, like, knock out a Comfey, or, knock out a Genesect, and I could use a Poltergeist on a Mew and knock out a Mew, and then that turn where they're free of their items, they took off, and I got blasted away. So I came close to a lot of those games, but it wasn't worth it. So last Friday I picked up Miraidon, and Friday, two leagues on Sunday, one Monday, and one last night. So 5 total leagues. I think my record is like 14-4 with Miraidon.
And what kind of list did you play?
I'm playing like just extremely turbo, just super as fast as you can go, man. Got to go fast. You love Sonic the Hedgehog, man. I got to go fast. There's no clef keys, although there's.
I have a metal Sonic shirt on right now, so yeah.
You do? I should. Yeah. Do you want me to go put on my Sonic shirt?
No,
I have
no,
one.
We don't. No, no.
Shout out to myself, by the way. Anyone who's watching, anyone watching can see this.
That should be a Blame Gazer merch, man.
Blame Gazer? No, I don't. I hate it. But no, I'm playing a super turbo list. It's 3 Miraidon, 4 Lecky V&V Maxes, a Drapion, and a Luminion, and that's it. And then 15 energy, and the rest is just items, trainers, tool, just everything else that you don't want to burn through. And about 75% of the time, I get that turn 2 attack off. I'm hitting 220, and it feels so nice. It feels so nice. But yeah, I'm about 14-4. I've taken first, like 2 or 3 seconds, a third, and then last night I would have been 4th, but I had to drop a little bit early, so I only finished 2-1. But I'm pretty sure I would have won the last match. Okay. But yeah, Miraidon, it's fast, it hits hard. I might roll with that for a while. I am heading to Portland in a month, so I might be taking that to Portland. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, you gotta get your playtesting in order.
Yeah. Only thing I could think I might play besides Miraidon, maybe, I don't know. I don't think I did back to Zoroark. I don't know. I think it's gonna be Miraidon, and I just live and die by the am I hot or not?
All gas.
But yeah, within the 2 weeks, you went on a little trip, didn't you?
It's not really a trip. It was 4 hours away. But yeah, I went to Fort Wayne Regionals. I took Trezor and Chris from our locals. It was both of their first regional ever. And they had a very good time. I did vlog a little bit. I have maybe 5 or 6 minutes of footage total, though. I've never really vlogged before. So to get into the habit of doing everything, I'll try it again and again with like NAIC and whatever else I end up going to, because a lot of people have requested tournament vlogs, but really? It's honestly hard to like keep that in mind, because like when you're playing, you also want to have enough time for yourself and like, catch a breath in between games, and sometimes you don't have a lot of time, and like again, it's new to me, so I don't have like the habit of vlogging everything. So there's like a lot of gaps in footage. I played Flaffy after I thought originally.
I thought it was a good call. I told you.
After originally I thought I was going to play a meme deck like Hisuian, Zoroark, V-Star.
A meme deck.
Just because like I don't have... This is my second event this season, so there's no way I would, have potential for an invite without any like big wins or whatever, big placements from that last one and whatnot.
You never know. What if this one went really well?
And it did not go well. It did not. So to sum it up, which I'll talk about, I'll edit the vlog or whatever, and I'll add some extra footage in it. But round 1, I hit Kyurem VMAX. And game 1, I yoga looped. I took an additional turn. I item locked his Oranguru down. I item locked his Palkia down. He couldn't evolve. He couldn't find the Palkia V-Star. And we yoga looped twice that game and then knocked out the Kyurem for the last couple prize cards with a huge Raichu. Game 2, I yoga looped again. I took a 3-prize KO with Mareep on his Kyurem VMAX.
With who?
With Mareep. The rear kick for 30 damage, lightning and colorless. Because I hit it for 300 with Raichu. I needed to do 30 more damage. I didn't play Choice Belt in my list. So that worked out pretty well there. And then I could not find the Manaphy when I needed it. I had 7 cards left in deck, one of which was Manaphy, one of which was Quick Ball. So I played a Marnie, thinking the odds were in my favor. I'll hit either the Manaphy or the Quick Ball. That way I can put it down, protect the Flaffies in the bench so we can't hit it with the Greninja and take the game and whatever. And we would have won that one 2-0. So I played my hand down. I played the Marnie. I drew my 5 cards. And what did I not find in those 5 cards? Manaphy or Quick Ball.
So the last 2.
So he was able to finally do things. He played Evolution Incense, got the Palkia V-Star, loaded up the Greninja, and knocked out the Flaffies. All right, we go to game 3, and we're 2 turns in, and it's a tie. Time is called. So from that tie, I enter the dad bracket at this point, as we call it sometimes, and I hit Reggie's. And my opponent was awesome. They were very cool. Talked a lot about them, but here's where round 2 gets hilarious.
Well, I mean, a matchup like that, interrupt for a second.
Go ahead.
Reggie's, you have to go Vikavolt, right?
Yes, but also no. Because if they get enough energy, their abilities are still active. So they can, retreat and so on and so forth. It wasn't.
Yeah, but I mean, if you keep them from getting their not escape routes, but their scoop up nets off and their ordinary rods, you're in a pretty good spot.
Yes, but here's where it doesn't work out in my favor.
Okay, let's see.
So I'm sitting down and waiting for my opponent to show up, and I got my deck box out, I got my playmat, and not where my opponent would be, but right to their left. This person just keeps looking at me all weird, setting up their game, shuffling, whatever. And
this isn't even about the game. Okay.
And my opponent comes, I talk chit chat with my opponent, we get set up, they go over the announcements. All right, players, welcome to round 2, you get 50 minutes plus 3 turns, you may begin, blah blah blah. And I flip over just a lone Mareep, and the person beside my opponent looks over at me, looks down at my board state, looks back up. Oh, bad start. # blame Gazer. Am I right?
Huh?
And I was just like, I'm sorry. I don't know who you are, but that made my day. And it was Curly71, not Curly TCG that you know of from not in the chats, but there's another Curly. And they listened to the pod, and they were like, yeah, big fan of the pod. Keep it up. And it was awesome that happened.
Not so. I mean, that's awesome, but not so awesome.
It made the day. It honestly made the day. But again, my opponent was super awesome, anyways. And yeah, we had game 1 they raffle stomped me with I start. Game 2 I ended up yoga looping on Reggie Gigas after hitting it with Zekrom and trapping in the active. After all of their scoop up nets and switch cards were gone, so I was able to get closer. And all I could do at that point, that game went on. I don't know. I think I had 3 cards left in deck. and I just didn't have any more outs to get there. Vikavolt got trapped up in the active, and then they hit me with the Reg Ice, the Blizzard Bind or whatever.
So you couldn't attack.
So I couldn't attack. I didn't have enough energy anywhere else to do anything, to pivot around and retreat. So they got me there. But yeah, they got me on that one. So I could have potentially taken the Reggie game into game 3, and then we could have went from there. But again, they got me. Round 3, I hit a Giratina deck. Lost Box. And normally Flaffy's good against Lost Box because like you item lock them with Vikavolt in either their Cram or their Comfy, and they can't scoop it up, they can't switch cart, and it leaves enough room for you to Yoga Loop and take an extra turn and then get the item lock going again. But they played Giratina, and here's where it got weird, is they played Gardenia's Vigor, so I couldn't threaten the Vikavolt. Their turn 1 after I went first, so I got an energy on Vikavolt. I had two Mareep in play and a Manaphy, and they bench a Giratina, and they go Gardenia's Vigor and attach 2 grass energy to the Giratina, and I'm just like, what?
Gardenia's Vigor.
And yeah,
they had the 2 grass in hand, huh?
They had 2 grass in hand, so they were able to threaten the Vikavolt like instantly, and I was just like, I don't know what to do then. So we played it out, and they just had tempo, and they got it from there. And then game 2, I bricked Manaphy active, no ball search, only supporter in hand was Raihan. So we got hit with the Swift 2-0 on that one.
Golly. And
then round 4, all right, before lunch break, I hit Mew, and I won that game. I won that game 2-0.
Let's go.
I Yoga looped. So he had a full bench. He had 3 Genesect, a Mew, and an Aerodactyl, and a Mew VMAX in the active. And I had them under item lock for so many turns with Vikavolt. Oh, I had a cough. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
And they eventually, attached the DTE and pivoted into a Mew, and then swung over the Vikavolt, knocked it out, whatever. So I load up a Raichu with 5 energy, and I hit the Mew. I hit the Mew for 300. It has 10 HP left. They KO the Raichu. They get on the 2 prize cards, and then I Yoga loop the Mew VMAX. Take 3 prize cards. Take another turn. Scoop up Netta Flaffy. Quick ball for Drapion. Boss's orders. Game.
Jeez.
And then pretty much the same thing happened in the next game. I baited the KO with a Raichu, and then Yoga looped, and so on and so forth. So that worked out pretty well. And then lunch break, came back, and I hit another pair of Reggies, and it just didn't go well for me.
Yeah. And at that point, you were what, 1-3-1?
1-3-1, and I was like, I could play it out. I could attempt to go for the 5-3-1 for top 256, but again, I'm not chasing points. I want to have a good finish, but at the same time, I don't care about championship points. I'm not going to get other prizing, so it wasn't worth it for me. So I dropped, got some lunch, and took a nap for like an hour in the hotel room since it was right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
And
you're better than me, man. I would have chased those points. I need clout, man.
It doesn't matter to me, honestly. I went for fun. I took the guys to their first regional. They had a blast. I got to see a lot of people. And the vlog, you're going to hate it. Everyone's going to love it. It's going to be so nice.
When is the vlog going up?
I'm going to edit it tomorrow and see if I can get done. If not, maybe by the end of next week at the absolute latest. But again, it's like maybe 5 or 6 minutes of footage potentially by the time I'm done.
It already sounds like a bad time.
Oh, it's a good time. Emily saw some of these clips in advance and she laughed.
Come on, bro. Why? I just want to talk Pokemon cards and have a good time, man. I just want to have fun with my boys, man. Why we gotta blame you for everything?
That's what I did this weekend. I had a good time. I got to see a lot of people. I got to meet Real Breaking Nate for the first time.
I seen.
And we talked honestly for like 45 minutes to an hour about anything and everything in content creation, and just I love the stuff that he's been doing.
Did you come up with any tips? Anything useful?
Yeah, he was like asked me what my my thought process was sometimes, and things like that. And then he's like, is there anything that you need help with? What can you do better? What do you feel like you need help with? And I mentioned the imposter syndrome. Then he says he deals with it all the time. And honestly, his videos are literally just him and one editor. doing it all.
Oh.
His wife sometimes helps with, you know, the camera and being in the videos, but other than that, like it's just Nate and an editor doing all of it. So props to them. For honestly, like they're a huge community piece in general. Like they don't necessarily play the game competitively, but what they've done to show the competitive side of the game through their content is insane.
He had a video.
Just this Saturday dropped a video with LDF.
Yeah.
And then there was the video a month or two ago where the young boy from their locals went to their first regionals. Mm-hmm. And I learned that the young boy, his name was Isaiah, he had a YouTube channel, Pokezard. And in his channels that he subscribes to from his channel on YouTube, he subscribed to the podcast.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So
that's kind of neat. That's kind of cool.
It's cool to see that. And I would have never known that if it wasn't for that video. So, and you know, I finally got to meet Boo in person. Caught up with Wancho again. Jeremy Jalen and a handful of other people from chat RVD, and just
I met a lot of these people before you did. I'm just saying.
I mean, I met Wancho way back in Baltimore though in September. So
did you have him at your house?
No.
Did you guys eat Pokemon cards together?
No, we didn't eat Pokemon cards together.
Okay.
We recorded a video together though.
Oh, neat.
Same with Jeremy and Boo and Nate. So keep an eye out for the vlog. Okay, sir.
You know I'm subscribed to your YouTube channel, so
you'll know.
I'll know. Oh, jeez. Let's pick up where we left off.
So yeah,
okay.
Meeting
so
people.
You met Moji.
Yes, Moji. Talked to them a little bit.
I mean, I met Moji before too. We got chicken.
I caught up with Frank Persick as always because you know he lives.
I mean, Frank's he's like a semi-local for you, isn't he?
Yeah, and he also told me that he got his judge shirt, and he was like, "Hey, I know you're gonna start doing cups and challenges at your shop, so if you need a judge, give me a call." And yes, I will hopefully have Frank come and judge.
Shout out to Frank. He made it on stream, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. With his Frostmoth deck.
Yeah.
So, and also during the stream, I didn't get a chance to go and catch it, but Wancho said one of his rounds, he slipped in a Blame Gazer.
I missed it. Did he? No.
To the stream.
Dear Lord, no.
And Jeremy, because I was talking to him and Jeremy at the same time, and he was like, he's already slipped it into the podcast. Or the stream, and I was like, oh, I'm talking about something else when I was asking him what I was talking about, which you'll find out, and whenever I get done with it all.
So you found it and you put it in. You're putting it into your vlog.
I have to go find it from the stream, and then I'm going to get it into the vlog. But apparently, he's talking about Mew. And at first gaze, something, but who's to blame? I don't know. I don't know.
That's pretty slick.
I don't know exactly how it went down, but
that's pretty slick.
Yeah, I have to find that and get that.
All right,
get that cooked in there.
Okay, because I watched a lot of it. I missed parts. I couldn't watch it all. I was moving stuff around and I had to run a few errands, but I watched bits and pieces of it. But that's pretty slick. Then I missed that.
Yeah,
first gaze.
I haven't had a chance to scrub through it and find it yet, but
okay, maybe I will watch your vlog now when you post
that's on my bucket list to find that before I edit the vlog. And again, it's going to be a super short video, so
about 5 or 6 minutes. You said
if I'm lucky, it might even be like 3 or 4 minutes. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe I will watch your vlog then. Okay, I wasn't gonna watch it first because I'm tired of the Blame Gazer slander, but okay.
Yeah, well,
shout out to our boy Wancho.
Shout
out to Wancho, man. He we've had him on the podcast.
Yes,
I've had him on my stream in real life before. He's been like next to me, like that's my boy, that's my guy. And even on the podcast, even when I talk to him in real life, it was his dream to cast a regional. He had cast before in the past. He had cast online events. We want to cast an actual.
He casted with me on
US regional
on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
So
you guys did a very good job, by the way. But yeah, he wanted to cast like just a US regional, and lo and behold, he gets the call. I'm so juiced for him. I'm so excited. I had insight he was going to do back-to-back regionals because I asked him about it. He's like, "Well, I'll be in Knoxville, or not Knoxville, Fort Wayne." He said, "I'll be in Fort Wayne." I said, "Oh, are you playing or casting?" And he did give me like some eyes. I'm like, "Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, because
So
you can't
yeah, he
say
can't
until
say
they
it was. Yeah, it
say.
wasn't announced. He couldn't say, but yeah,
Uh,
but no. I had some insight. And I was, it makes sense because he told me he's going to be over in the States for the next couple weeks, and I was like, after the announcement, I was like, oh, he's probably going to do both back to back, and I'm happy for him, man. I'm so happy. I'm also happy Boo got to play Pokemon Go,
yeah, I
and
talked
then
to
that, yeah,
her about it a little bit, and she said she got her butt handed to her,
yeah,
but it was a learning experience either
yeah.
way. So I'm sure that they'll hopefully make content about it and talk about it, and again do what Nate's been doing and bridging the gaps between all of the different games of the community.
I mean, let's be
Maybe
real. We did a
Boo
little bit
could
of
do
that
that as well.
on our last podcast, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, yes, we did. We covered a side of the community that isn't necessarily talked about often when it comes to like our sphere of like the competitive side of TCG. And to tie up with that, we did say that we were going to do a giveaway sponsored by our last guests, ADL and Furion. And we also have more stuff in the pipeline, like a tournament with them with prizing on the line.
Yes, sir.
But we did say in that last episode, if you listened the whole way through, and it was a long one,
It was.
that
It was a good one, but a long one.
if
Yeah.
you would retweet the link to the episode and mention your favorite Gen 5 Pokemon, you'd be entered for your share of 500 codes. And before we started recording tonight, RN Jesus decided to bless us with these 5 individuals. And these are their Twitter handles. And I will contact them in the next couple of days with 100 various codes. So congratulations to Trainer Skits, Aaron Olson, Shadow Rider, MWDC, and X Tangram.
Shout out to Ed.
All
What's up,
getting
X?
100 random codes thanks to ADL and Furion.
So MWDC just so happened to win. It's not because he's your editor.
It also happened to be that there were 5 people that followed the instructions correctly. So we're rewarding the 5 people who listened to the podcast, followed the instructions correctly.
Yeah.
And you're all walking away. Well, you're not walking away, but you're getting a DM on Twitter in the next couple of days with 100 random TCGL codes to help beef up your account of crafting materials. So
shout out to Furion and ADL. They came through with the codes. The podcast we had them on a couple weeks ago was that was a blast to have, man.
It was,
and you're right.
There are different breed
exactly
of content creators, but again, it's good times. It was a good time. Their streams are always super awesome to be a part of. So I definitely enjoy all of that for sure.
It was interesting to get that aspect that we don't really see often, that people miss out on. They don't really know about the breaking side and the competitive, and they don't really mesh too often.
Yeah, because that's strictly like a Twitch thing, and we record these episodes.
Now. That is Whatnot.
Well, I mean, Whatnot's got a lot of problems in general.
It does have a lot of,
but we record these on Twitch. The audio goes out Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, and then the video ends up on YouTube. So we cover a lot of bases when it comes to this, and a lot of people listen or watch on one or the other. But they're strictly on Twitch. I know the whole Legacy League has a YouTube channel in general that they've been working on pushing. But yeah, it was a good time. They're both super awesome dudes, and we have even more than the 500 codes. So we'll have, we'll bring back the Gust of Wednesday, whatever tournament, or something on the weekend. One of these days, when I have time off, we'll do a big Gust of Win banger PTCGL tournament.
How many bugs do you think we'll encounter? How many bugs do you think we'll encounter during those rounds?
I mean, people haven't really been having super amounts of bugs. It seems to be, and a lot of people are speaking out about it now, it seems to be lower end PCs and phones that are having issues more predominantly.
So I think it seems to me it varies, because I've been playing on my phone, and my phone doesn't have the overheating problem. My phone battery isn't getting drained super quickly. It's doing fine. I've been playing Maridon online and no issues. But I've seen people play, let's say, Gardevoir, and they have trouble attaching energies at times. I've seen someone attach energies to a stadium one time. So I've seen some weird things happen, and it was phone and it was computer, so it kind of varied. I mean, it's like everything is just, everyone has different problems. I guess it's like real life. Everyone has different problems, right? So
yeah, it's weird.
But I mean, this is where we live, and this is where we are. You've been on live for a couple months, so
yeah, since it went to where, I think what was it, November, right? Late October, early November, and I don't play it often. It's again, I'm more of a physical card person. We've been doing webcam stuff, the YouTube channels, physical deck profiles. I streamed last Thursday. TPCI gave me codes in game for crafting materials, so we were able to build decks and play. And then that way, which is cool now, instead of them giving, they used to give out like the code that's worth 50 codes. Now we get 10 codes worth coins, dust, and crystals. So then I can give away my codes that I have to the chat instead of like, just, I got to redeem this for myself and blah, blah, blah. It feels easier now because I can make whatever decks I want with the materials and then give the community more of the codes. So depending on how like my schedule breaks down, I'll probably start trying to at least stream every Thursday afternoon on Twitch with TCGL for at least a couple hours.
Let's get it. I'll be on board for that.
So gonna try my best.
Pokemon streams used to be lit, man. Those like some of your best streams.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm a little bit tied up with this now and the vlog editing.
Okay.
And what?
You already let us down. All right.
And also we're gonna go see the Mario movie tomorrow. So.
Okay, I'm not mad at you then.
Yeah. I hope it's good. I hope it's good.
The reviews so far.
Yeah, I know. Don't ruin it for me.
Okay. But no, yeah, your regional experience went very well.
Yeah, I mean the tournament itself didn't go well for me.
Playing wise, not so much, but I mean everything else. Like,
and the deck had issues, in general.
Well, I feel kind of bad because I kind of co-signed you playing. I said, yeah, try it. I said, play it. You're the flaffy guy.
Yeah, I wanted.
And you showed me the list, and I was like, oh, that should work. I said, what about this card, or a couple other cards, and you explained your reason. I'm like, oh, then go for it. That should work.
And I had enough games and testing with it against a lot of different matchups. I felt comfortable with it. I felt more comfortable with it than say, Hisui and Zork. And I did take in my bag as a backup last minute in case I changed my mind. I took Lugia and Mew, but I just committed to the the Flaffy deck. And then it was fate. One of the vendors had the Japanese versions of Ampharos and Mareep Sitting Cuties. And I didn't have these because they're always sold out on the English Pokemon Center. And one of my friends, Mike, or Charmaster, sometimes you see him on Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
He gave me the Japanese Pokemon Fit, which is like Sitting Cuties, Flaffy last year. So now I have the full kit and caboodle evolution line.
I feel bad for that Ampharos that's sitting behind you. Then he gets no love, huh?
There's so many more Ampharos plushies and everything else everywhere else. It's bad. Emily's eventually gonna have to bury me with them all.
Here lies Steuben and his plushies, but no. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the playing aspects of the tournament didn't work out for you, of the regional. But sound like you made a lot of contacts, met a few people. Did you talk to anyone about getting some guests? I'm always getting the guests, man. Can you get us some guests sometime?
Worked on it a little bit. Put the feelers out there. Passed out some business cards.
We have business cards?
Oh, yeah. Anytime anyone's ever like redeemed something or I've mailed somebody something, I sent them out forever ago. Do I have one in reach around me? No, I don't. But it's literally like the banner from Twitch or whatever, just printed on Vistaprint cards that were like, I don't know, 1,000 for $8 or whatever. So
that's not terrible. Yeah, Steuben, we are like a brand, man, and it's weird, bro. Like, it was weird. Like I told you, when I went to San Diego, it felt weird, and you were feeling that even before that because your first regional back this year was
Baltimore,
yeah, and you said you just that imposter syndrome kicked in, man. It's real. It's a real thing.
And I mean,
I was like,
with Indy last year, people came up and talked to me because like we didn't really have the pod then either, you know what I mean? Like we did, but it wasn't like we were just a few episodes in. It wasn't anything crazy.
We were some newborn babes.
We were some newborn chilling and whatnot. But in time, we'll get there. And we've been doing it for a whole year. So I guess now is a perfect transition to reflect upon the last year of the podcast, talk about some memorable moments.
Like Thanksgiving dinner, the moment I'm truly thankful for.
I mean, you can if you want. If we MW made a joke of doing a guest tier list. But
wait, hold on, time out. Remember when I did my attractive tier list?
No, and we're not doing tier lists.
Yeah, I'm saying, remember when I did that? I learned my lesson.
Was a nightmare.
I am not touching tier lists for any. No, no.
Yeah, so we're not gonna.
We're never gonna. You're a great guy.
Yeah, no. we're never gonna do a tier list about people. So if we had to do one, all of our guests would be S tier or whatever, just because they took the time.
Too, so he's kind of
they took. Oh, speaking of Gen 5, the Gen 5 sitting cuties went live on the Pokemon Center today.
Well, I know. In our group chat, everyone's like, "Oh, Gen 5 sitting cuties." I'm like, "Shut up about the Gen 5."
I'm ordering Zekrom and Garbodor.
Bruh, you're ordering literal trash, man. What are you doing?
If I wanted to order literal trash, I would just call for you.
I knew that was going to go there.
You set yourself up for that. Come on.
I knew that was going to go there.
You set yourself up.
Can I get a gazer beam, please? Yeah, he's on the way. But no, man. Yeah, the year. I guess it has been a year. Because I started playing locally last March, and our first episode was like my first week or two playing locally. Playing physical cards again. So I guess it has been a year, man. I guess.
And now you've had a regional. You've been in the team challenge.
I'm notable, by the way.
Yeah, okay. About that. Yeah, whoever you paid to make that happen.
What's your PayPal? No. But yeah, man. I've from a year, I would say myself as a player, am I a content creator? I guess I am.
Kind of.
A little bit. And as a streamer and just
you're more of a streamer than a content creator.
I put a video out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you did. You did.
The gap is only 11 months between videos. It's okay.
Yeah.
But no, out of a content creator, a streamer, and a player, I feel like I've really improved and I've grown some. Still got plenty more to grow and do, but I see the difference from then to now. And maybe you need to hear this. I see it in you as well, Steuben. And us together as a podcast, we've definitely grown and we become a better podcast, better product. I mean, you have this accessibility to go back and look at our numbers from when we first started to where we are now. And every time I talk to you, well, how the numbers do this week on the video? And you're like, oh, it's slightly above average. And every time it's been slightly above this, slightly above. I'm like, well, that means it's growing. If it's slightly above every time, soon it's going to be, that's going to be the norm.
The average eventually does grow with it.
Exactly.
There's a bell curve, and then there's a Venn diagram. And you have to figure out the quantum theory of how string physics is related to the subspace emissary of darkness or whatever. I don't know.
But what I'm getting at is there is growth, and we are improving as hosts, as a podcast. We're doing some good things here, man. So I just look back at the growth from the last year, and I've been through some stuff. You've been through some stuff, within the last 2 years, and I've been through some things, a lot of changes in both our lives. But this has been good for both of us, and I feel like where we are improving and growing in a lot of aspects, man. So I'm happy for us. I'm proud of you, bro. Like, real talk.
Thank you.
Your YouTube is becoming real legit now, man. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I mean, I still struggle with it. Some videos are hot, some videos are not. Some ideas flop. So, it is it is what it is. Shout out to the community that supported us, though. Everyone who's bought merch, come up to us and said hi, wanted me to sign something, wanted you to probably sign something if you signed anything. I don't know. You never said if you did or not.
No, I never signed anything. But people did want to take pictures. People did want to, speak to me and like, hey, you're gazer, right? And
yeah.
That was the trippy part, man. When someone came up to me, it's like, Gazer Beam 2K. I'm like, yeah, I'm expecting, someone from the streams that we know. Yeah, who are you? Oh, you don't know me. I'm never in your chat. I'm like, what? I listened to the podcast, or yeah, I'm in your chat, but I never say anything. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
So
that's how it was with Curly. He's like, oh, I'm nobody, blah blah blah. No, no. I was just like, no one's nobody.
mhm.
After this game, come find me. Let's chat, and we did.
That's what's up, man. That's
And then
good.
eventually, I signed up Sunday for side events. There was a get a mat one where you get a mat no matter how you do, and I ended up playing them in the get a mat. I got a Pikachu Zekrom regionals mat that I didn't have, so that's in the collection
It's
now.
not win a mat; it's just get a mat.
And
Hey,
well,
here
you
go.
won prize tickets.
You get a mat, he gets a mat. We all get mats.
And then
I'm Squidward.
I
You're
made
Squidward.
it to the finals against E-Turn, and I played Mew in the side event. And I got down to one prize. I like rock sand and path, and I psychic leaped, and I played really well. But they had it all. But I spent my prize tickets on like two of these like little like NFC arcade chips or whatever. One has a gradient on it. The other one
What
has
the
a
hell is that? What
toxicity.
does it
They're
do?
like
What is
a
it?
Japanese arcade game that has like NFC chips that like you put the Pokemon into the arcade game. Because like I
So-
didn't have enough tickets to buy anything fancy or whatever. But there was
So
this
you
and a
mean to tell me-
toxicity one, and then a booster pack that I got. So
So you're trying. Okay, so
it's a V star marker now. It's basically just gonna be a V star marker. That's what I think of it as. It'll be a V star marker. I'll have a big fat gradient on my play mat, and I'll use my V star marker and flip gradient face down.
I'm gonna use summoning Star V. Flip over a gradient. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll attach my
man.
4 seal stone, and I'll go ahead and use it. So
But no, man, I'm glad you had a good time. My next one's gonna be Portland, so I'm looking forward to that too. And then of course I'll be at Fresno. And after Fresno was NAIC. I'm trying to sneak out to that one. You'll be at NAIC, right?
I mean, even if I don't get in as a player, because it's probably going to be like the Hunger Games getting in, it's 2 hours away. Why would I not go?
True. Probably be like the Hunger Games. I'm in too. I missed it. Yeah.
So like worst case scenario, I don't get in the tournament. We don't have to book a hotel room. We just go down Saturday and hang out all day and come home
You come back. True.
and come back or whatever. So
If I don't make it in, can I just stay at your guys' house?
I mean, we're 2 hours away. So if you want,
if I don't
I'll have to
get
talk to
in-
Emily about it. But like you could potentially fly to Columbus
Yo.
and then come home with us for a day or two, and then I could take you to either Pittsburgh
Can we
or
go to Dairy
Cleveland
Queen?
Airport.
Can we go to
go to Dairy Queen? I don't know.
Oh
We'll
my
figure it out.
gosh.
You'll have to sleep on the floor or the couch or whatever, though.
I don't care. There's Dairy Queen involved. I haven't had Dairy Queen in so long.
You only
don't
want the
care.
Dairy Queen, dude.
I want the Dairy Queen. Yes.
I can record live in person here with the nice audio setup. Nah, I just want Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. But no, I am looking forward to NAIC, man. I haven't gone that far, like ever traveling, so it's gonna be a new moment for me.
And
looking forward to
Columbus
that.
is cool, and everybody craps on it because they just do it there every year. But it's not like an amazing city. Like Fort Wayne had nothing going on. Everything was closed by 9 p.m. We struggled to find food Saturday night.
I seen your tweet about that.
We found a pizza place that closed at 9. We got there. We got our food. They barely kicked us out to go. And then we found a cookie place that was up until 2 a.m. There was no, not even bars, dude. Not even bars or restaurants. There's literally nothing in downtown Fort Wayne. We had to walk like 5 blocks to find this pizza place, and it was good. It was really good. It was really good pizza, and there was like this crazy good cheesy bread. But like there was nothing. It was downtown Fort Wayne, right by the convention center. There's a Taco Bell, a Rally's, and a Wendy's, bro. That's it.
Yo, rallies?
Rallies or I guess you guys have Checkers or whatever.
No, we
Same.
have rallies. But I'm
Okay,
just saying,
Rallies,
rallies,
Checkers, same
yeah,
thing.
that's. I mean, that's a win in my book, man. That's worth already. So I mean,
You would
I'm
think
not mad
though,
about
like
that.
you'd go to a new city or whatever.
yeah,
and-
you're right. No, you're right.
But it was a ghost town. Fort Wayne was a ghost town. And normally, like when we go off to whatever cities for tournaments and stuff, it's like, oh, cool, there's things to do here. I feel bad that I come to the city and I'm just trapped in a crappy convention center playing Pokemon. I don't explore the city or whatever. This time with Fort Wayne,
It's better
I don't
than a
have
convention
any
center.
remorse whatsoever about exploring the city. So
I enjoyed my time in the convention center. This is fine. I accept this. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to NAIC, man. Columbus, I'll be my first time there. So hold my hand and just show me around, okay?
I don't know if I'll hold your hand, but we'll take you to the North Market and get some Momo or some hot chicken or something.
I'm down for that.
Oh,
I don't know who Momo is, but I can meet her. That's fine.
They're like Indian dough balls that are filled with pork or chicken. Oh, it's so good.
I never met Momo, but I definitely want to meet her now. Yes. That sounds very good.
You good? You're like fantasizing of Dairy Queen still?
No, yeah. Bro, I haven't had a Blizzard in so long, man.
We had Blizzard last week, actually.
Don't rub it in, bro. Come on, man.
I had a Oreo Brookie one, and Emily had a s'mores one.
Moving on, man. You don't have to bring that in. Come on, man. We have like McFlurries, we have Sonic Blast and stuff like that. But it's not a Blizzard, man. You don't have to bring that. Come on. Yeah, you gotta go there.
Look, maybe we'll get Dairy Queen after the Mario movie tomorrow.
That's a perfect evening right there. I'm jealous.
We'll go watch Chris Pratt put on a fake Italian accent. Charlie Day will freak out about Ghost or something. Jack Black will go, "Oh, Bowser."
Bowser. and then get a Blizzard. Nice day.
Get a Blizzard and a flamethrower burger and call it a day.
But no, man. All right, let's move forward. Let's move forward because I'm still thinking about Blizzards. My favorite was the chocolate. What was it called? The Chocolate Extreme. Oh my gosh.
They still have that, I think.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's stop talking about it. Okay, so I told you the deck I've been playing is Miraidon, man. What have you played though from the what's your go-to deck so far?
I don't have a go-to yet, but I really like Oinkologne. I streamed that last week. Put the deck profile out. I had a really good time playing that on stream. I had one L to Mew, or no, it was Miraidon because I misplayed. I don't remember what my misplay was, but I know after the game I was like, oh crap, I did this wrong. And then, of course, I built Gardevoir, profiled that, and profiled the Inteleon Urshifu deck, and that is fun as heck too, because you already knew I loved Inteleon VMAX.
You took it to Baltimore, didn't you?
Indy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I do enjoy Inteleon VMAX as a card and the design. I like spreading counters and pinging and stuff like that.
It's fun. And I watched your Oinkologne video, and I'm still not sold on Oinkologne. I'm just like, bleh. I watched your Oinkologne vid, and I'm just like, okay, that's fine, but I don't think it's that great of a deck.
I don't think it's amazing. I think it's fun to play. It's simple. It's easy. It's cheap. And
it's cheap.
It's good enough for new players to get in and learn game mechanics as well.
You're not wrong.
It's not a rocket science deck.
You're not wrong. But
Gardevoir feels like a rocket science deck.
No, there's so many moving parts to it. So many moving pieces.
You do one moving part wrong. You play the wrong. You use the wrong attack at the wrong turn. You discard the wrong cards with refinement. You use rare candy when you're not supposed to. You can deck yourself out real quick with Gardevoir. And
I was playing a Gardevoir matchup last night, and a dude had game on board. He had the Zacian, he had energies, he had a choice belt. He's gonna knock out my Lucky VMAX. He was one energy short and just couldn't get to it, couldn't reach it, missed the knockout, and I just retreated and took him down. But there's so many moving pieces to it that, like you said, if you misstep somewhere, it can cost you.
Yeah.
And it's not like, I don't think it's rocket science, because it's pretty simple. Get energy in this card, attach stuff, hit stuff. But so many moving pieces that if something goes wrong, it doesn't just hit you back a turn. It can actually lose the game for you. So, but I like it. It's interesting. I dabbled with it a little bit, but the one I'm interested in is the one you were talking about earlier, the return of Rapid Box.
Yeah, and Telefu.
I am so interested in that. You had a deck profile, Tablemon. Who else had one?
I had it. It was the second deck I sleeved up for the format, but I didn't figure it was like a priority to profile immediately because it wasn't new and flashy or whatever. The Oinkologne and for the small size of my channel, I know the Oinkologne video did very well for what it was.
I know. So it's just Oinkologne, but no, I'm joking.
New EXs, man. New EXs, set release, hype. Yeah, it's cool to see these VMAXs have success again in one way or another, but they're not super hype. You know what I
No,
mean?
I know.
Like people
But
aren't like, oh my god, Scarlet and Violet's out. Let's go back to Fusion Strike and Battle Styles and play with
I need
these
Urshifu to
cards.
come back.
Yeah.
Battle style.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're saying. Because I mean, as much as I love Hisuian Zoroark, I'm like, I can't go back to it right now. Nah. But
I'm
got something
cooking. I'm cooked. Let me
You got
cook.
something- okay.
Like,
Hey,
give me a little bit to cook.
I'm gonna let him cook.
I've got a few requests that people want me to do too. Someone really wants me, and they've commented on every video. They're waiting for me to do Ice Rider again, and I was like, I was just like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's gonna take me a while because there's no shady dealings to cook with this.
You don't need shady dealings for Ice Rider.
No, you need Palkia or Kyurem or
Yeah, you need
Greninja,
Palkia.
and yeah, I'll get there eventually. It's low priority.
Right on. But no, the Urshi Inteleon, that Intelifu, as you say, that looks super fun. I haven't tried it yet. I want to try it. Maybe I'll stream it sometime this week. But yeah, it looks super fun. No one's played it here locally yet. And I was asking my chat about it on Monday. I was like, hey, is that a thing? And they're like, no, it's not a thing. And then lo and behold, like 6 videos come out about it. I'm like, it's a thing, guys. But
it farms.
Can I say it's inconsistent?
Box. Yes, it farms Lost Box, but it has sketch matchups against Lugia and Mew.
I seen a list run 2 Drapion for the Mew matchup, but I also seen one run 1. And Lugia, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
And a lot of people haven't caught on yet that Fusion Mew is actually cracked.
Yeah, why don't people know that? Why don't people know that?
Because people aren't playing it. They want to play new cards. Everyone's hopping on Miraidon and Gardevoir and Lost Zone Box again. So,
quick shout out to my boy Dre, King Dre Clout, one of my local players. He's got a pretty good win streak going on against me. I haven't beat him in a while because I was playing Vikavolt, and he's just a main Mew player. He just plays Mew the whole time. And I've been playing Vikavolt, before rotation. And I couldn't get enough damage. I think I tied with him once, but he's beaten me pretty much last few months, whenever we played. But his Mew list was Fusion the whole way through, and he snuck in a couple of Deoxys. And now I'm seeing lists with Deoxys. I'm like, now
it
you guys are catching
trades
on?
well against Lost
Yes.
Box. Yeah.
Yeah, and I gave him props for that. It always traded well with Lost Box, and that was the reason he put it in there. He said the cram doesn't knock him out, which is true,
Mm-hmm.
and then he can return knockout with a cram, or whatever you need. I mean, return knockout to cram, and then he's good to go. He has a couple Meloetta, he has a couple Deoxys, and he trades really well. Any deck that can pivot from a 2-prizer or a multi-prizer to a single prize attacker, that's a pretty good deck. That's why Lugia was so great. Lugia was able to go
and Lugia
from,
still is good. It can still hit, what is it,
Yes.
320 on your second turn if you're right, with the
Yeah, well, I mean,
Tyranitar and single strike
have you seen a
energy.
new build with have you seen a build with the singles and
the Stonejourner and the Tyranitar.
Stonejourner and
and
the Yveltal too. Have you seen
Yeah,
the little Yveltal?
yeah.
Yeah, that could be sneaky. Okay, honestly though, I think in a couple weeks it might fade away, and then someone's going to take it to some regional somewhere.
I feel like
someplace, and then,
EUIC
place well with it.
is going to be a make or break for a lot of these archetypes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. After EUIC, I feel like it's not going to do well, and then it'll fade away. No one's going to play it.
EUIC is the only major this month, though.
It is.
There's no regional this month at all. It's just EUIC, and then May and June are packed full of events.
Especially
NAIC is Paldea Evolved Legal. So who really knows? We're going to be, by the time NAIC hits, we'll have a whole new format again.
Yeah, I was talking with my local people. I said it's going to suck that our Fresno regional is going to be like the tail end of this format. And
I mean, that's not going to feel as bad as like me going to Fort Wayne with like having Scarlet Violet cards for 2 weeks in my hands. All I want to play is these new cards.
Yeah,
I would have
the same for like
the
last
event would have
4 or
been
5
so
months.
different.
Yeah.
Fort Wayne would have been so different if we could play the new cards. I would have probably played something wild.
Oink alone.
Maybe.
But no, it's gonna suck for our Fresno regional though, for being the same meta for 3 months, and at the tail end of it, and we'll have a pre-release, the week before, and we're like, well, we played all those cool Paldea Evolved cards, but we can't play them. Let's go get our Mews and Miraidons and our Lugias. Here we go, guys.
I mean, if you're going NAIC, get the cards fast. We saw how long it took for all the prices to stabilize for Scarlet and Violet stuff in pre-sale times. And I
True.
think the 2-week window for Paldea Evolved literally is NAIC, like on the dot.
Boom, the day of Val. Yep. That Friday. Well, that Friday, right? And then
Yeah, because you
it's gonna
play
be.
day
Oh no!
one on Friday.
It starts Friday. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Because this is yeah. It's international. It starts Friday. Oh my gosh, you're right. So yeah, that day of. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But yeah, have you tried Maridon yet?
I have it sleeved up, still in order. I just finished sleeving it up after coming home.
What kind of list are you running with it?
I was gonna try the one from that Champions League that has the 2-1 Magnazone V-Star in it.
Oh, don't.
The 3-3 Alecki, stuff like that. And then if I don't like it, I want to play one that has like a 1-1 Flaffy and like Flying Pikachu in it.
Oh, don't. I have a list for you. It's fast. It's semi-consistent. Like you usually get the attack off when you need to. I got a list for you. I'm gonna take care of you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
But no, just having new cards, new cards to play and rotation coming up. It's been a fun time, man. Our leagues are doing so much better than they were like a month ago.
Oh yeah. Speaking of league, cups and challenges are back.
They are.
I
back.
sanctioned
Yes.
a challenge today for not this coming Saturday, but the 22nd. I sanctioned a challenge for my shop for the 22nd, and all of the players are stoked.
Same here.
They have no one has championship points, but damn if they're not excited for it, because that the prospect of more people from out of the area coming and playing and increasing the prize pool is what makes them happy.
Yeah, see, I've never been in a Cupper challenge. So I've been asking everyone, what's this like? What happens here? Who can play? Who can, it's. I'm getting juice for it too. We have 3 happening, not next week, but the week after. And I registered for all 3. And I'm excited, man. I want to see what happens. I want to see how, if I could do well. And our area is going to have a lot of people come in too, because we have a lot of people from Sacramento who play. We have Noah Yoshida, Gabe Smart. I'm missing. Who am I blanking on? I'm blanking on another name. But yeah, we have some locals from that way, and we might get some from Southern California, Bakersfield and LA, that area. So because we're right in the middle of Fresno's right in the middle of California for the most part. So people looking for those last few points, they might head down here for our league cups. We have so many. We have 3 shops that can host them. So should be a fun time. I'm looking
people
forward to
who
all
don't
this.
have any points just want to play more Pokemon. You get prize packs. Whatever else.
I think most of our shops, for every 8 people that enter, it's another box into the throw another box in there. I'm like, whoa.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, what are your entry fees then?
I think they've all been $15.
Jeez, oof.
Wow, what's it like over there?
So before the wildness, before the current inflation and everything else, league challenges were literally $5 or $10 events here.
Oh wow.
And most people got a booster pack for entering and then packs for the prize pool. League challenges weren't treated like a giant sweat fest. Cups, however, sometimes had entry fee of $10, $15, $20, $25, $30, depending on the venue, with a lot of prizing and more people coming and getting involved. Because the cups give you the play mat for the win in each age division, and then more points. So that was a bigger deal back then. Challenges sometimes would even struggle to fire off. You would need 6 to 8 people for it to actually be able to be sanctioned and ran correctly. Sometimes it just didn't happen with those, but cups can get a lot bigger, and we'll see a big difference in how everything is everywhere. Because you have to think about it too. How many TOs are brand new? How many TOs have never ran either of these events, let alone judged anything other than an unsanctioned locals?
Yeah.
So we'll see what kind of nightmare scenarios we get into. And I'm sure Twitter will be lit. There will be twit longers, twit shorters, and whatever else about the price of cups and challenges and the prize pool and stuff like that. I think a lot of people are, and we've seen greedy stores sell prize packs. Who's to say some stores aren't going to be greedy and charge, an arm and a leg for a best of one league challenge?
just real quick before we move on, what's a twitch shorter? What is that? Just
I
like
don't know.
two
I
words?
made that up just now. It's okay.
Is that just like 2 words? You're like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I made that up.
They cheated. The end. I cheated. But yeah, but I'm looking forward to it, man. A lot of this is new for me. A year in, and a lot of things are still new. So I'm like, sounds like fun. Let's
we
do it.
haven't
What are we
had
doing?
these since 2020.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had these since March 2020, so it's literally been 3 years without cups or challenges. So
Reminds me of Pokemon X and Y with AZ when he was holding his Floette just for years. I haven't seen that, so yeah. But no, cool times, man. I'm looking forward to cups and challenges. I'm glad they're back. We kind of got alluded to that when a few leagues around were getting those play mats.
yeah, the
We've
playmat
seen some of
showing
those
up
early. Yeah.
was weird. And then all of a sudden, the next thing you know is, hey, we're getting rid of Pem. We're bringing back Tom.
Tom's back. Here he is.
And then the next day, oh yeah, by the way, cups challenges. Have fun.
Yeah, it should be good times, man. Let's gotta figure out what my go-to deck's gonna be. It might be Miraidon. I don't know. Miraidon has, or at least for me, the toughest matchup. Mew can be tough. The toughest matchup though has been Lost Box, and I'm starting to feel like Lost Box might be the BDIF for this format we're in right now, man. Lost Box is
from looking at
good.
Japan, it does seem to be so. And then like the mirrors are like a race to get the 10 cards, and whoever can start Sableye first.
Yeah. Because there's no cap now. Sableye can just do whatever he wants. Nothing can stop him. Nothing stops him anymore. This last format we had, Wash Energy, we had the big parasol, stuff like that. But now he just lets loose.
Yeah. Nothing you can do.
Crazy.
It'll be here for another few years.
Yeah. And I liked placing damage counters. I was a big Dragapult guy, Dragapult VMAX. I tried to make Mimikyu VMAX work, but it didn't. But yeah, I like placing damage counters down. But man, Sableye just like, jeez. But no, it's not even that. There's so many variants to Lost Box that it gives us so much versatility to do almost anything you want it to do. You can gear it towards your play style.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was to play Lost Box, I feel like my go-to is the Zamazenta from Crown Zenith. That card is just too broken, man. They take a 1-price knockout. Okay, I'll swing for 220. Now what are you going to do? If you can't do 160, you're not knocking me out. So what are you going to do now?
Yeah, there's a lot of different lines of play, and like there's arguments that I've heard like is Sablezard the correct play? Is Greninja and Mirage Gate attackers the correct play? And like it doesn't really matter. Sableye is cracked. So, but I feel like, some decks will still play Lost City, like Mew will still play Lost City. And you Lost City the Charizard, then what do you have other than Sableye? The other ones at least have various attackers and stuff like that. So,
yeah, Mew has to play Lost City, and I feel like Sablezard's it's probably the worst Lost Box variant there is.
Yeah, because if they don't play Lost City, and then like, okay, cool, I could just Thornton back my Drapion, I can Miriam back my Drapion, I can Clara back my Drapion.
Yeah, Mew has to play Lost City. But yeah, I feel like Sablezard is the worst Lost Box there is, and it's still not terrible. It's just not as good as the rest. I've seen someone run one. I mean, I've seen the Raikou. We've seen the Raikou before. We've seen Galarian Zapdos. Have you seen that one? Galarian Zapdos V?
Yeah.
For Reggie Lecky and stuff like that. Here's one that someone locally is playing. They won our locals last night. Crabominal V.
Because it's 2 water and a colorless, so it's doable.
So they poke something with a cram, and then they just say, okay,
Halucha,
clean up.
Whatever else.
And they say, okay, Crab, clean up. And I played them the other night, and they had me in Crabominal range. And I was like, I got to get out the range. So I had to use 2 of my switching cards and heal off 60 damage. I'm like, okay, I'm safe now. I'm okay. I'm going to be all right. And they just bossed right around my Electro Wall with my Reggie Lecky V. And I'm like, oh, never mind. But yeah, that thing hits hard. It can hit hard. I've never seen it in Lost Box before until, this weekend. And I'm like, I see what you're doing there. I like it. So there's so many different ways to play it. And I just feel like Lost Box is going to be the BDIF, moving forward for a while. Mew's still going to be up there. Lugia, I guess, won't die. I feel like it's going to fade away in a couple weeks and then return out of nowhere. But I guess, Lugia is still going to be, one of the top decks.
I'm sure there's other ways to play it than what people are talking about, like just Tyranitar and the single strike stuff. I'm sure there's something else that we just haven't seen yet, or people are keeping quiet on and saving the spice for EUIC.
Could be that.
So who knows? Who knows?
Could be that. But hey, it's nice to see the world healing. You know, Lugia was so dominant for so long, and it's just nice to see the world healing again and people playing, more in different decks. And I told you, like, our last week of of locals have been like jam packed, man. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 people every night.
We'll see what the Cops and Challenge is coming back does for the area here, because like I said, it's sometimes it's pop and sometimes it's just, is there a pulse? It's hard to tell. But again, all of the regulars and the guys that went with me to regionals, and there was another group that go to another store but doesn't really have a lot of play either. They went, but they come and play at our shop. One of the guys there, he came in today and was like, "Hey, I need these cards. You have them. I'm excited for this weekend's tournament. I'm excited for the league challenge." And so we'll see ultimately what happens if more people come. And like, we're in proximity with my shop. We're close to Akron, where Full Grip is. We have Akron, Canton, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Erie, Ashtabula, Ohio, Columbus, Wheeling, West Virginia, all within that like 3-ish hour window, give or take, that people will probably travel for cups as well.
Coming in droves, man. Get ready. They might be coming.
I can only fit
space.
I can only fit 24 people in the store.
Ooh.
However, 24 players, if we hit 24 on the dot, that opens the point threshold from top 4 to top 8 points.
Oh, okay. Well,
so people will probably still come. And I'll have we'll see how this first challenge goes, but then I'll probably end up setting up like pre-registration online or whatever.
You guys are gonna have to have an overflow outside or something like that.
Yeah,
play out on
the grass. Yeah. Go out and touch grass.
It's nice. I get to play cards and touch
Timmy
grass.
And Jimmy, you're at table 47. That's over the beehive below the tree with the owl's nest in it. But Professor Stu, I'm allergic to bees. I hope you brought your EpiPen, bro. If not, it's a game loss. I'm kidding.
Yeah, 2 minutes to set up. Good luck.
Yeah. I'll yell out the window of the megaphone whenever time starts.
Pokemon players, that is time. Echoes, but nah. I'm excited, man. It's my first time for everything, so it's gonna be fun. Before we wrap this up, Steuben, we're moving on to a new segment. We haven't come up with a name for it yet. But it may replace Stonks.
So this is just because of all of the changes. Stonks might not necessarily leave the pod, but there's a lot to cover right now, specifically when it comes to the prices of cards.
Yes.
So I don't know if we're calling this hot Stonks or buy it or supply it or whatever. We don't know yet. If you have a cool name, let us know on Twitter. Let us know in the Discord. Links as always in the descriptions and the about sections and all that. But
buy it.
I'm gonna go over a card and the price range, and I want Gazer to tell me if it's justifiable or if it's hype.
All right, let's hear them.
So the first card on the list, Regieleki VMAX, spiked this weekend to about $20.
It did.
It's
it dropped down to 19.
Back a little bit. I've seen them as low as 10 and as high as 20 today alone. Is it justifiable?
No, that's just the hype. That's just, and this is coming from a Rhydon player. I play Rhydon. I like it. It's fun. But Regieleki VMAX is not worth $20. I've seen it jump to $20 and then like a day later drop down to like 18 or 19. I'm like, that's
you should have heard the convention hall this weekend. Everyone that was clamoring at the vendors. Yo, you got Regieleki VMAX. You got Regieleki VMAX. You got the, and they're like, no, we're buying them if you have them though. And people are like, how much? Well, we'll give you $8. And they're like, nope.
No. They walk away with their Regieleki. Yeah, I have 4 because I was playing Vikavolt. I was interested in Vikavolt when Regieleki dropped, and I played that for the rest of the format of Silver Tempest. Except when I took Arc Pika to regionals, which was a mistake.
Yeah.
I should take Vikavolt.
I had my play set after Silver Tempest came out, and then another shop in the area had a bunch in their case for $2 when they started to move to like 4 or 5 towards the middle to end of January. So I bought them all. So I have four. How'd you know? I have 4 extras in my trade binder.
How'd you know?
Japan results, man.
True.
The future, we don't need the future. Just look at Japan. Problem solved.
Can I call up Ethan Hexter?
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
it's a
he
good
knows.
piece of
He
advice
knows.
there.
I
There's a lot
spoke
of
to him last week too. He said, I asked him about getting on the pod. He said, hey, he's just waiting for the invite. So,
there we go. All
but
right,
no,
go ahead.
yeah. So you're right. Japan, gives us the cheat sheet on things like that, which we should have known. So I think Miraidon's a good deck, and Regieleki VMAX is a good Pokemon because it can hit hard. 220 is still a hard hit, and it boosts that damage. But it's not justifiable. It's not worth $20.
Okay, and I have a lot on this list, so we definitely can't give this much time and attention to every single
Well,
card.
I mean, I had to talk on that one because that's like what I'm playing.
It's a pretty hot one, yeah.
Yeah.
The next card on the list, Forest Sealstone, is averaging about $7 to $8 a copy now. Justifiable or deniable?
No, wait a second. I think you're onto something there. Justifiable or deniable? Okay. I think that's deniable. What was it before? About $3?
$3 to $5.
$4? Yeah, 3 to 5. Okay.
So it's almost doubled.
That should drop back down too. It's just there's a lot of these EX decks, are running like 1 or 2 Vs, different things. They're like, hey, I need a V star ability. So
to note though, this is also Silver Tempest, which is the same set that Regieleki VMAX is in. There are no reprints of any Sword and Shield main sets in the pipeline other than the continual release of Crown Zenith.
So I should go buy a booster box for Silver Tempest right now.
I don't want to confirm or deny like box prices or whatever, but
So
if things continue to trend from these Sword and Shield era cards in the format, and they're going to, because there's still 8 sets there, give or take. Who knows what's going to happen? Next one is another Sealstone, Sky Sealstone, at $6 to $7 a copy.
I think that's justifiable. I would pay about $5 or $6 for a Sky Sealstone. The ability of that card is way too good when you have a basic Pokemon that's not taking 3 to 4 prizes. It's way too good. I would pay $5 or $6 for that.
Yeah, and there's like two-ish decks that are playing it. Lost Zone boxes sometimes, if they have like Zapdos or Raikou or whatever. And
I've seen it in
Gardevoir with the Zacian, yeah.
I've seen it in Guardy. So yeah, and just based off that, I think it's a good addition.
All right, the next one, I went to trade for one of these yesterday, and that's how I found out about this next one. A dude came to League and had a bunch of trade stuff, and little did I know that secret rare fog crystals are now $20+ a piece from Chilling Reign.
You got to
Gardevoir hype.
Yeah, it's hype. Gardevoir is a fun deck. It's solid. It's okay, but it's not. You got to deny that.
In relation to Chilling Reign, a lot of those alt arts have started to finally have value. A sealed product of Chilling Reign is finally selling above MSRP.
I need to hold on to my.
So keep that in mind. Next card, Giratina V-Star has been selling for $9 or more.
Justifiable. I would pay $9 for that. I'll pay $8 to $9 for
a month ago. $3, and we talked about it. We mentioned it before. Buy them; they're $3 or $4. Battle Pass.
Because we knew.
Oh, go ahead.
We knew it was going to go up.
Yeah,
and it makes sense. It's part of Lost Box, and it's a Lost Box might be BDIF, man. And there's so many different ways to play it.
All right, Battle Pass, Battle VIP Pass. They're back to $2+ a piece.
I didn't know they dropped below that. They dropped below.
Yeah,
I thought they always been like $2 a piece.
Closer to when the Mew VMAX League Battle deck came out. They did dip to
sense.
about $1-ish.
Makes sense.
But now they're back to $2+.
I didn't know they dipped down. But yeah, it's a solid card in so many decks. So I can see it. It's just like Scoop Up Net. Scoop Up Net had a lot more flexibility because going on with anything. And not almost any deck can run this, but can run the VIP pass. But it's still in Mew, in some Lost Boxes, in some Guardy lists. It's widely played in a lot of different things. So yeah, $2 is justifiable.
Okay. Sableye from Lost Origin.
I've seen this.
$5+ on average.
Someone in our group chat was talking about how they bought a few like a month ago for like 75 cents a piece. They said they were just all over the place like candy. And then 3 weeks ago, we had people in the group chat asking, anyone Sableye? Sableye? So I was like, oh, it's coming, it's happening, and now they're $5 a piece. Dang it. I wouldn't want to do it, but Lost Box is so good, you might have to. Stabilizer's too good.
Yeah, you're gonna want to have 2-ish copies as a player.
I wouldn't want to, but it's just too good right now.
All right, next one. This one's kind of a shocker. Ryko V, $4 to $8 on average, according to listings and market value.
That's a very big gap. I would pay $4. Past that, maybe even $5. Maybe past that, I don't know. But I mean, you do want a copy. You want a copy or two. The Crown Zenith artwork is gorgeous. It's stunning.
I mean, that's a whole different ballgame. I'm talking like lowest rarity when I'm mentioning most of these, or if I say secret rare or
I'm just saying that Crown Zenith
whatever, I will specify. So for the most part, I am referring to
the regular V. Yeah, I figured that. I'm just saying
rarities.
that Crown Zenith artwork though is something else, man. Something to behold right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very solid card. If Miraidon ends up being like a top tier deck, you know, some lists are running Miraidon. Well, a lot of lists are running Miraidon. So I'd pay $5 for one.
Okay.
$4 to $5, yeah.
Trainer Gallery Judge Full Art, $25 plus.
Judge is it's the new Marnie. It's in every deck right now. I wouldn't do it because what card do we have coming out next set that everyone's going to want to play?
Iono.
Yeah, Iono is coming out. So why, for 3 months' time, hey, look how flashy I am. I have a Judge. And then when that card crashes and there's nothing you can do about it and it's worth like $2 because everyone wants their full art Ionos, it's worth $52. You know, you'll regret it. So I wouldn't spend that much on Judge.
All right. Shining Arcana Gardevoir. This one's got a few prices. The non-hollow versions.
There's like 5 different versions.
The Deoxys Battle Decks and Chilling Reign pre-release packs is like $6 to $7. The hollow rares are $9 to $10, sometimes $12, and the Trainer Gallery Shining Arcana Gardevoir are selling for $12+. There's also a non-hollow version from the prize packs that's also about the same price as the hollow rare.
It's the same. Oh, because the stamp. Yeah, I bought those two off one of our locals, and I didn't know it's the same price as the hollow rare right now. Oh my goodness.
A week ago, I sold one to one of the locals that came in asking for them. I dug through the bulk box, pulled them out, and I was like, when I looked them up, I was like, oh man, I hate to do this, but they're $3 for some reason. I have to sell you to them for $3. They made bank.
He said for some reason, I can't explain it. I don't know why.
Yeah, Gardevoir, clearly.
No, that's a whole different story. Gardevoir, go. But no, I've had a soft spot for that card a long time. I played it on PTCGO a lot before, you know, we had the Gardevoir EX come out, and now it just flows so perfectly with Gardevoir EX. Gardevoir is a fun deck. It's a hot deck. It might be okay. We still have to see. So if you're only buying one or two copies,
most are playing 3.
3? Oh my gosh.
most lists are playing 3 of these.
I don't know if you should wrap your head around paying 3. I mean, paying for 3 of them, but yeah, 2 to play your Gardevoir deck. Yeah, you got to do it.
All right, next. Switch cart. $1 or more on average.
That's insane. But I mean, the reason is Lost Box, and you need it in your Lost Box. So if you don't have your Switch card, which I don't know why you don't have them, you gotta get your Switch card. If you're playing Lost Box, which is possibly the best deck right now in the format, you gotta have some Switch cards. So yeah, you gotta pay $1 for it. Justifiable.
All right, Drapion.
Justifiable.
Drapion.
I'd pay $10, $15, $20. Justifiable.
The regular version from Lost Origin is about $3 on average for the lowest listing. The full art is about $5. The alternate art from Crown Zenith is over $10.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, justifiable. So look, you know how I feel about Mew, and we don't have a lot of time, so I won't get into it. You know how I feel about Mew. It's just a let me win for free kind of thing. You know, let me just ease. You know, it's the easy button with Mew. So is Drapion. So if you have your easy button, let me have mine. So you got to have a Drapion, and at least one in a lot of different decks nowadays. So yeah, justifiable.
All right, and here we go. Worker full art supporter, $18+ on average. Worker.
I like that. Well, let me put my headphones back on. I had to be astonished for a second. I like Worker as a card. I always thought, work cards like Worker, cards like Avery, Bird Keeper, those draw 3 with a little extra something to them. I always like those kind of cards. Miriam, even, for example. But 18. Why?
Yeah, there
Why
was
is it 18? Why?
and again, these prices were when I took them the afternoon of recording on, what is it, the 5th? Today's the 5th.
What?
The afternoon of the 5th, these were the prices on TCG Player. So by the time this goes live tomorrow or the video comes out in a couple of days,
Could fluctuate.
It may have come up or down, but at the time, this is what I took my screenshots and notes of. So, wild. Next.
Why? But explain Worker to me, though.
It's a one of in Gardevoir. You already draw so many cards, you don't necessarily need to play research anyways. You have your refinements and so on and so forth. So you bump path to the peak and then draw 3.
Can't we just do the... Oh, jeez.
The reasoning that most people are
vacuum
playing Worker is because not everybody has access to Champions Festival. Mm-hmm. Champions Festival is the superior stadium in the deck that gives you one. If you have a 6 Pokemon Hill,
20 damage
from all of them, and it gives you one extra attachment with the ability, so that one extra energy is an extra 30 damage, and it matters. So I get it, but full art Worker, it was like $3.
That's not $18, and I like Worker as a card, but I don't like her that much. Sheesh.
All right, here we go. Inteleon VMAX, Rapid Strike, not the one that rotated. $4.
That's fair. That's justifiable. I picked one up. Someone gave me one. I asked them, try to buy it from them. They said, no, just take it. They tell me to give them something later. But someone gave me one. I picked one up week before last too. So I picked up for like about $4.
So it hasn't jumped a whole lot. For $1 a month ago.
No, well, it wasn't being played. But now, in Ursteleon, maybe on because Japan showed us a little something. I like it. It's a fun card. We talked about it earlier. We don't have to touch too much on it. It's a fun card. Spreading damage around is fun, and it can see some play here and there. So I think it's a good pickup to have. If you haven't got them yet, get them now before they go up a little bit more. Grab them now.
All right, I got a couple left. Secret Rare Single Strike Energy, $13+ a piece.
I'm not gonna say get it, but I'm also gonna say not to get it. I'm not gonna say not to get it.
They were $5.
If you get one, I get it because it's a good card. It's a good card. It's in a niche deck. So if you want to bling out your deck with it, understandable. That's fine. I'm also not gonna say,
crazy,
hey, that's a good buy. Go get it.
I've had mine since they came out, and they weren't worth anything. So
when they were worth like $1, $2, yeah. If you get it, you get it.
The next one might be my fault. Secret Rare Full Face Guard, $7+.
You had to put out that video with the Oinkologne. You just had to, huh?
And I did talk about buying gold full face guards in the video. They were $7. They were $2 when I bought them.
What set is full face guard? Not even a month
ago. I believe Fusion Strike.
Oh,
so awful pull rates.
So that's off pull rate. We'll still have that for another couple of years. Yeah, get them. Right. If you wait another week, they might go down a little bit because Oinkolone's not great, and people are going to figure that out. But in the future, it's going to be a great card for other decks as well. I'd say get a couple.
All right, here's.
I'm looking at the list. You missed Curlia?
I did skip over it. Double check that one. It did go back down a little bit.
Okay. I was about to say I have a drawer of Curlia sitting right here.
You have a drawer of them?
Well, the bricks from the pre-release kits.
Okay, well, whatever. So this next thing, the Mew VMAX League Battle decks have been selling on average over the MSRP of $29.99. Is that justifiable or is it deniable?
I mean, we can see why, right? Battle VIP
it's got battle passes. The everything in the deck except for Quick Ball, I think, has to be is still standard legal, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know the full list off the top of my head.
Something? I feel like I'm missing something, but you're probably right. Yeah, and you got DTEs in there.
Yeah, your Fusion Strike Energies. You got a 2-2 Mew line. You got 2 Genesect.
It's kind of scummy that you're selling it over, MSRP, but I mean, it's got a lot of things that you could use and need. And it's right out the box. It's almost a playable deck. If you get 2 of them, you're good to go. You add into it like 2 or 3 Lost City, and you're good to go. So, if you need to get it, get it. It might not go down, huh?
I don't know, because I don't know if it's being printed again.
Yeah, it might not.
We get a Palkia V-Star League Battle deck in May.
We do.
And we get the Ampharos and Lucario starter decks in May as well. But those aren't going to be super competitive. The Palkia one, who knows what it'll be. The list is available, though, if you want to look at that. I think it's Pokebeach and whatnot. But
Pokebeach also showed us there's another League Battle deck coming out.
Way later on down the line.
Chien Pal, yeah.
Yeah.
And Tinkaton.
Yeah. And then the next one is a batch of 4. And these baffle me. The Scarlet and Violet pre-release promos. Halucha's lowest listing right now is $13.99. The market price is $8.89.
Huh?
Reveroom's lowest listing right now is $9.91. The market price is $5.56. Pawmot's lowest listing right now is $14.99. The market price is $6.39. And Quackleval, the lowest listing right now is $10.72, and the market price is $9.92.
Explain, please.
A lot of them don't have a lot of listings. And my theory on this is normally when a set would come out, at the same time, the build and battle kits would just be available to be sold then and there.
Mm-hmm.
They now don't have the same street date as the main set. They share the street date with a build and battle stadium that comes out a little bit later.
Mm-hmm. I learned that.
So most distributors, stores, whatever, who didn't run pre-release don't have access to these promos. Most consumers who didn't go and participate in events don't have access to these promos.
Okay, fair.
So if you went to a bunch of pre-releases, Gazer, you should probably make a TCG player account and sell your Quackavals and your Pawmots and your Reverooms and your Haluchas that you don't need. Plus, if you break those down, some of them have a nest ball or 2. Those are selling for about $1, $2 on average.
I need to make a TCG player account, and I need to make some real money. I need to turn this around and start making some real money.
I have to bleep that out.
I bleeped myself. I said
it was real close. I gotta bleep that out.
Mark it down. Put it down. There's like 3 different things I made a mistake on.
That's fine.
It's blame Gaze. You can blame me for this one, Stu. I'll take the blame on this one, man.
That's fine. We already did anyways.
I already did anyways.
The live chat tonight has been blaming you for everything anyways.
I hate this chat sometimes. I hate you guys. I don't hate you guys. I love you guys. But anyway. But no, yeah, I see what you're saying now. That makes a lot of sense. I have quite a few Haluchas and Reverooms and Pawmots and Quaquavels. And if anyone listening to this podcast is interested, hit me up at Gazerine2K on Twitter or on Discord or just find me anywhere you want to, and I will sell you all the Quaquavels and Haluchas and Reverooms you want. And I'll even throw in a free Pawmot.
All right, and hashtag blame Gazer's back because you just scammed everybody. Hide your kids, hide your wives, because Gazer's out scamming everybody.
He's scamming everybody. But I threw in a free Pawmot.
Oh, how generous! But yeah, that was the list. And like, normally, stonks I cover 1 or 2 cards, but there's just so much going on with the rotation and the release and the meta manipulation going on, and
I mean,
the hype and the fallout. And I mean, like, we could talk about
get your gold helmets now.
We could talk about Scarlet and Violet cards, but they're actually cheap.
So cheap,
and
too cheap.
The pull rates are insane. A lot of the scalpy people and like super collectors are kind of upset about it. But I
They're
mean,
upset about it?
in terms of players, makes it super cheap and accessible to get into the game. I don't think there's a deck if you build lowest rarity other than Gardevoir because of the Shining Arcana Gardevoirs blowing up. I don't think there's a deck you couldn't build for under
Or
for
20
over
bucks?
$75. Like I think you could build everything under 75 at the
Oh, everything.
absolute
I think you can
highest
build a deck
for
for
lowest
20
rarity,
bucks if you need to.
depending on what it is. Yes.
You can freak. Have you seen the freaking Spider Ops? Spider Ops?
I
Those
mean,
things are like a buck.
I'm talking like if you want to build a meta deck, not
Who's what? Hold on. Who says Spider Ops is a meta?
here comes the twit longer.
In the Gust podcast, I made a statement about Spider Ops. I would like to recant my statement. No. Someone was playing Spider Ops at our locals, and I was like, "Yo, that's pretty gas." It was kind of fun, man. It
What
was.
was the record?
I think they scrubbed out, but they were.
Yeah.
It was fun though.
Yeah, okay.
It was fun.
There's a difference between fun and scrubbing out. Call me when they meet. Oh, wait a minute. That was me this past weekend at Fort Wayne. Never mind. Steuben's on line 1, sir.
Hey, it's me. I scrubbed out.
Yeah,
I had fun though.
Here comes the twit longer.
What have you seen? Have you seen the meme? What goes better than Regions and the Twit longer? Name a better combination.
Oh my god.
But no, yeah, these cards have taken a hit, man. Have you seen the Miriam, the alt art?
Yeah, it's like $60-$70, and everyone was hyping it up at like 500 for the first day or two, and then 150 the next week, and then now it's not even selling at 75.
Yeah, we had a few. So the pre-release I went to, a few people pulled, the Miriam, and it seemed like every pre-release I went to 8. I want to say 6 to 8. Someone pulled a Miriam for their pre-release, and then it seemed like there's
Alt-art
one.
Gardevoirs and Miraidons were everywhere.
Yeah, there was.
I tell you what's rare and not valuable though is the alt Koraidon and the alt Ralts. I've seen one Koraidon that I've pulled, and I haven't seen any Ralts.
I've seen a few Koraidon. I have seen maybe one Ralts. You're right. I think I only seen one Ralts.
And they're not very
You're right
expensive,
about that.
but like
Ralts, and I haven't. Oh, it's a bad card, but I haven't seen the Clauncher. I only seen like one of those.
I got a couple of them. I've hit 2.
What?
I hit 2
Clauncher? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one in the trade.
But no, yeah, everything else is popping up everywhere, like daisies, man. So I can see it's. Do you feel like the set is overprinted too?
This is the first set that I've had at work that hasn't sold out already by this time. I think we still have, I don't know, 15, 16 booster boxes, some other blister packs, and I hope it doesn't sell out, because then that's prize support for all the tournaments for the players. They're going to want that. If not, whatever. We got singles. We got singles for days for the first time.
Here's some store credit. Go get something.
Yeah.
No, yeah, most shops here have sold, and they, have more coming in, but then that sells too. So it's selling, but it seems so easy to access right now for a lot of people I've talked to at their shops. And there's still a couple shops, they're selling, but they're not selling out like they know, like Crown Zenith, they sold out like quick. But with this, they're selling, but they're not selling out. So is it too much?
No, I think it's the right amount. I think they finally found the right balance of product and the right balance of hits, and they seem to have good quality for the most part too. Like the centering seems fine for the people who want to grade stuff.
Good quality. I opened up a ETB on stream, sir. So let's do some math real quick. Each pack comes with 3 hollows, right? 2 reverse,
give or take.
One hollow, give or take, right? Okay. If you open up 9 packs, because 9 packs from the ETB now. They raised it up, 1 pack, which is great. I feel like I'm getting an extra pack. Cool. Thank you, PPCI. Open up 9 packs. How many reverse hollows should you have in total?
Technically 18, but you're not going to, because if you hit any special arts or alt arts, they take those slots.
You're right. So, but technically 18. How many hollows should you have technically out of 9 packs?
9, unless you hit something better than that.
I had 18 reverse hollows, so nothing special. No alt arts. I had 8 hollows.
Okay, so you got one hit.
No, I had 8 hollows. I think the hit I got was a Team Star Grunt. I'm looking at it right now. Team Star Grunt. That's the hit I got. So that's a holo. But then outside of that, there's like 7 other holos to follow it. And everything else is a reverse holo.
I'm talking about like the quality of the cards, not like your pulls.
I know what you're talking about, but I'm talking about the quality of everything.
You're just salty about your pulls again.
No. I'm missing a holo.
You're not missing a holo.
I'm missing. I'll show you the stream. I
don't want to watch your stream. They're awful.
Golly. Oh my gosh, Steuben. I just got the compliment. Say, hey, Steuben, man, brother to brother, you're doing a great job. And you said, now I'm horrible? Jeez, man.
I gotta bust your chops, man.
I don't think you're joking, though.
No, I mean, am I not joking?
I don't think you are. No, I gotta show you the clips, man. I'm missing a holo. I'm gonna call TPCI or something like that. Write an angry letter. Yeah. Send them a twit longer. I'm gonna put a twit longer.
They'll get right on that. They'll ship you out an uncut sheet for your inconvenience.
We're sorry about that. Here, cut your own cards now.
Yeah, go ahead, cut your own holo. Oh, and you missed.
Oh man, you missed.
You'll slash right through the middle somehow. It'll catch on fire.
Catch on fire. At the school I work at, we have like a big chopping board, cutting board. So
you're gonna
take it over there.
Yeah, well, you're gonna end up losing a finger, and it'll end up in a Wendy's chili or whatever. And
you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
I think our listeners are too young to remember that, man. Let's bring it back in, man. All right. So yeah, Scarlet Violet prices have taken a dip, man. It's wild to me. So if you're gonna buy anything now, so this is my advice to you. Here's some stonks advice, some big stonks or some supply deny it or justifiable deniable. What do you want to call it? Buy singles from Scarlet Violet right now while they're like rock bottom, dirt cheap. Get your Spidopsis, get your Oinkolones, get your regular Guardies if you need to. Just whatever you're gonna buy from Scarlet Violet, get it now because it may go up after EUIC when we kind of see what the meta shaping into for the next couple months. Things may go up, so get stuff now if you can.
Yeah, a lot of people tend to forget too that like Japan plays best of one exclusively. A lot of these online events you're playing in are also best of one exclusively.
Most of them are, yeah.
So best of 3 will change things, so we'll see what happens. But if Gardevoir comes out on top with Champions Festival, that card's going to blow up. And you can't craft them in live.
No, you cannot. People have been complaining about that. I've seen some unopened Champions Festival for like going for $1,000. So
they weren't cheap in the first place because again they're exclusive to Worlds or whatever.
Yeah, they weren't cheap, but yeah, it's becoming a thing now, which is wild. But no, best of one is something we've played best of one at a few league nights before, but the last 5 I've gone to, starting last Monday, our professors all switched to best one to get us ready for cups and challenges and things like that. And
I'm running my challenges best of 3, but when I get cups because of the store hours and time, I have to do best of 1 into a best of 3 cut.
Yeah. So and that's what we're doing. That's what we're gonna do too. So everything's here. The last few nights have been best of 1, and Miraidon it gets a hot start. It wins a game for me, and I think I only had maybe 2 games out of the how many I played 18 games I played this past week. Yeah. I think I had like 2 games where I'm just like, oh my gosh, nothing's working. This is terrible. Nothing's happening. And of course I lost those games. But even the other ones were like, I didn't get the strongest start. The fact that I can recover so quickly and get, I could hit 3 generators and get 5 energy on board out of them. And it's crazy. So now I'm hitting Lightning Wall with the Regieleki V, and I'm doing 160 because I have 2 VMAXs out, and now I'm shielded by 100 damage. So it's even when I miss, I still do pretty well with it. So best of 1 is hard if you. I don't know which one I like better. What do you like better, best of 1 or best of 3? Because best of 3, I feel like you see who the better player is, maybe even a better deck. Best of 1, it feels like whoever's hotter gets it. I don't know.
It's a hard call to make for sure. Best of 1 kills control decks and stall decks completely.
Yeah.
But best of 3 lets some decks shine, and same with best of 1 though too. Best of 1 really does let up for some creative deck building, but so does best of 3. It's a double-edged sword. Most judges and TOs are volunteers. They're not compensated for their time. Stores have business hours, and so we all can't be playing 9 rounds best of 3 and running a 2-day event for your league cups and league challenges at
This one's like a league
mom and
regional,
pop's
basically.
card emporium in downtown USA. So,
but we close at 6 p.m. not tonight.
Yeah, not tonight. You're open for the public. So, also break the fourth wall. Thank you, Josh Hatter, for the 5 gifted subs.
Oh, I'm out of chat. Is my boy Josh Hatter in here? Yo, Josh.
Congrats.
Yo,
On
Josh.
the draw, a little frizz. Myself, 8 pineapple, and Z-Man Cuddles getting the.
I like how I didn't get gifted a sub. That's cool. That's fine.
You don't deserve it, Gazer. You hate the emotes anyway, and now we can all curse everywhere with the emotes.
Please don't. I hate that. I don't know what I hate worse. Blame Gazer or Modob.
Oh, Modob on the shirt's coming soon.
Please no. But no. Josh Shadow, real quick, if you're still here. I played your Bennett list with the Inteleon VMAXs. Let me say this. Bennett sucks. I love item lock. You know that. I love Inteleon VMAX. Bennett sucks. It doesn't do it. 30 damage is not enough. It is not enough. It upsets me. I was so upset. Last Monday. But I'm better now. I found my right on. I'm okay now. But all right. Back to it. He said, yeah, it's sad. All right, but no, back to it. But Steuben, before we get out of here, I've said that like 8 times, but there's so much stuff to talk about because we missed 2 weeks. Are we gonna talk about some of the new reveals we've seen from Paldea Evolved?
We're pushing 2 hours. So
we're not gonna talk about it.
Not this time, no. Not
but
this
there's
week.
so many nice cards, man.
We'll talk about them next week. Or the week after, or whenever we get the chance to.
Therapy energy.
I'm sick or
you need therapy.
I need sleep and I need more water and some medicine. So
you need therapy.
My voice is almost at its limits right now.
I'll do all the talking then. What's going on, you guys? Gives me 2K here. No. Nah, Stu. Yeah, it's good to be back, man. It's good to do this for a whole year with you. It's been fun.
Yeah,
so I'm guessing
we still have merch available. Help Gazer come to NAIC now. We moved everything over to Fourth Wall. If you saw me in Fort Wayne, I have a hoodie. It's kind of wet now actually because it's been the weather's been real nuts. I can't find it. It's right. Yeah, here's the hoodie. I found the hoodie, but like, the logo on there. Can't find the logo.
Where's the logo?
It's really soft on the inside. Very comfy, cozy hoodie. So shirts are that it's all on Fourth Wall now. You can still use Blame Gazer for a discount when I get that set all up. I'm probably gonna put Modob on a shirt, and I'm working on my own stuff on there too. Getting an artist to commission like just a generic T-shirt design that's not like my name or whatever or emotes. So cool.
Please no more Blame Gazer, please. But no. But Sue, man, we'll do this again next week. I had a guest in mind, but I mean, if you can get a hold of someone, since you have all these connections now from Fort Wayne.
I don't know. Everyone's busy sometimes and whatever. I know we potentially wanted to have somebody specific on this week, but they're tied up. So if you can still get them again, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I work on it. I mean, life be lifing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see what we can do. But all right, same bat time, same bat channel next week.
Yeah.
Subin, any final words, man? 1 year anniversary.
Just big love to everybody who's supported us along the way. So it means a lot, and it doesn't go unnoticed, all the support everyone gives. People coming up to us and talking to us and so on and so forth. So
we see you guys. We appreciate you guys. We hear you guys.
We wouldn't do it without you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. And it's breaking, going behind the scenes. A lot of times, it's tough because like students said, we have lives going on, we have things going on in our lives. And sometimes, recording's tough and getting guests and things fall through and things don't work out. And I'm not the best at everything I do, and neither is Steuben. So, a lot of times, we clash and we things don't come out the right way. But the fact that you guys support and that you guys enjoy this and you guys are listening to this, that does mean a lot. And it makes it all worth it. I will put up with Steuben if I have to to get this out to you guys.
Okay. Put up with me.
Yeah. If it's going out to the public, I'll do it.
Yeah. Okay. It's all my fault.
All right.
But yeah, #BlameGazer.
Blame Steuben. Exactly right. We missed out on some questions in the chat.
They were all pretty much troll questions. There was one serious one. Cordy was the only person that asked a serious question, and it was, are there any old decks that will come back with the new cards? And we already kind of talked about that, like with Inteleon or
I would have said Urshifu. I felt like once this rotation hit, Urshifu was going to be a thing.
People can play Leafeon VMAX with Spidops if they really want to. You could play
too.
Darkrai with Reverum if you want to.
Okay, stop with the Darkrai.
So there's options, but most of the questions this week were troll questions. So
for anyone listening, Steuben does not endorse Darkrai. Please do not play Darkrai.
I love Darkrai.
It's not a good deck. Please
play Darkrai. Have fun.
Yes, I love him as a Pokemon, but not a card. Let's get out of here, man. You're misinforming the people. You're misleading them. You're meta manipulating everybody. Stop it.
Yeah, all right. But yeah, don't forget episode. If you're out there listening on Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever, leave a review. The more stars, the merrier. I can't tell you how many to give because that'll break, TOS and all that nonsense. But hey, the more stars you give us, the more effort we give you. I don't know. I don't think it makes a difference. It doesn't make a difference. But we appreciate it. Of course, retweet us on Twitter when you see stuff. Click the links. Check out the YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below. Let us know what you thought of the episode. There's a Q&A thing on Spotify. Sometimes it pops up randomly about what you thought of the episode. The feedback's always important, and it helps us, whatever we got to do to make things better for everybody. We'll work on it all. And then, of course, if you see us at events, come say hi. Let us know. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed to be what is a hashtag proud win bag.
A win bag.
Clam and all them came up with, and
bags.
Again, the merch has moved over to Fourth Wall. It's a lot nicer of a quality. It's a lot cheaper in general. So support that way. Help Gazer come to NAIC. We've got the payout from the last merch site, and we're working on getting everything hunky dory and kit and caboodle over here.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Keep a lookout for Kadabra EX. Alakazam EX. Yeah, Alakazam EX, because Kadabra's finally back. But yeah, all right, we'll get out of here, Stu. That's it, you guys. Thank you for everything, for the support and the love. This was the Gust to Win podcast with your co-hosts, Gazerbeam and Steuben. And we're signing out. We're out of here.
Goodbye.
1 year anniversary. Let's get it. See ya.